Rohit. He's a great, determined entrepreneur. He faced so many challenges. So, despite including he failed mobile games also, but he never gave up on his journey. So, we will be learning about his journey through his own voice, so we can resonate with his journey, and we should not be giving up on a journey by listening his stories. So, Rohit, you can start.
Yeah, a small introduction about me that I so basically I was a freelancer. So last 5 years I was doing the freelancing. I run two
Okay.
agencies. One is a Content Raise. Content Raise is a LinkedIn marketing agency,
Hmm.
and recently I've shifted my focus to the coaching business as well. So we're doing like three things. So yeah, that's the thing, and all around a nice guy. That's the thing.
No, I just want to know about your failed game because you sent me that. I want to know about that story.
About the games.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I was in the like I was doing the BCS computer science last year something, and then the next path after you do the computer science bachelor's degree, it's like the masters, and then you get the job. And that was the thing, right? I don't want to do that, so I told my mom that let's take that 1 year gap and
Hmm.
let me do something about it because I
Okay.
knew some sort of a coding. I've
Hmm.
decided to learn about the Unity and stuff. If you know some sort of like there are softwares like Unity, Blender, these sort of softwares. Then I've
Yeah.
learned those softwares, created few games. I thought that if I launch a game on the
Hmm.
Play Store, I will be like a millionaire. Like everyone will like like it's a new cool thing, right? And I did it throughout the 1 year. I launched three games, and then no one actually played that game, like just my friends, like few of my friends. And I've just have like I think so after a year with the Google AdSense I have had $100. So throughout the year, just $100. My mom told me like you have to go to the masters, you're doing nothing, like you're absolutely wasting your time. And then I've started doing the masters the first year. And in the first year, I've learned that if you want to sell the product or service, you need to learn the sales and marketing,
Hmm.
and people should know about your whatever that you're selling or your whatever the product is.
Hmm.
Then I've started promoting myself on the Instagram. The initial days was not to promote the product; it's just more about the flex with the It's just I made games just to tell the people, tell my friends, like that's what how it is. I've started, and then I've eventually realized that people sell websites and I can do it by myself, and then that's how I got into the freelancing.
So at the beginning of the Instagram journey, you did that only what Red Bull is doing now. They don't promote their product. They just do the storytelling in their Instagram reels. Basically, Red Bull.
Yeah. When I have started, there was no reels. I was just sharing those videos of me building the game, the speed design maybe, or speed coding thing.
So,
And my friends are like, it's cool. Yeah.
so did you like MBA journey and all?
Which journey?
MBA.
MBA? No. The thing is that I I was not the great student. Like I'm at the, let's see, below average, you can say.
Even I
I'm
was below average.
Yeah,
I
so I thought like if you see the schooling system in the India or whatever the developing country schooling system, there are few top players. If in your class, if there are
hmm.
like 10 people, they will
Yeah.
get placed in the great companies, and they will
Hmm.
get really high packages, 20 lakhs, whatever. And
Yes.
after that, 70% of people don't get any jobs, and then they really struggle in their life, really struggle, like 20 30,000 rupees a month, maybe some less than that. And like once you spend that much amount of money in the school and the college, and you spend that much amount of time, everything, and you did everything, and after that you get like 30,000 a month, which is like it's bullshit, to be honest. It's
Yeah.
like, what's the sense of it? And in my opinion, if you actually at that top players, then eventually you have to do that, and that's if you want to do that. Otherwise, you should find a way to get better at life, right? Actually, you should start something, because the life is hard after that.
Yeah, but I think so now placement opportunity is also very less as compared to we used
Yeah.
to have. And top students are not being placed. Basically, the average student is being placed.
Okay. In my college, when I was like passed out, and the time that on the BCS, like on the bachelor's degree, there are like few people only placed out. Everyone else, like me, we had nothing. And then, and we know that we are not going to get placed because we are like below average, super basic people. We don't know much about the things. We know that we're not going to crack these interviews. We're just trying. That's all. So I knew that I'm not going to make it for sure. So I've decided to do something else.
Basically, one of my boring part was to make resume, fill ton of jobs form. That was boring thing for me. That was very frustration thing for me.
Yeah. I never did something like about the jobs. Like I did few jobs because I came from that background and I wanted some money, but it was pretty like base level jobs. It's not some corporate job. I never did any corporate job. I've directly started with the freelancing. I was making in my first year of like masters, I was making good amount of money, and then I've left it, and then I've dropped out, and from that I'm doing it, and it worked out. For some people, it doesn't work out. For me, it worked out, and from there, right now, I'm just at the good place. I think it's going well for me.
So, what was your parents' reaction that I'm dropping out?
She was scared for sure. She was like, she's still at this date. I was making good amount of money. She knows everything. So I only have mom. Like I don't have dad. So my mom still at this date still tell me like get a job. You need the safety. You need the security and stuff like that. And she knows that I have people working for me. I have a team now. Everything is set. Still, it's like it's Indian moms, right? You cannot convince them.
Yeah, means Indian moms also. I don't know what, but my mom is okay with it. But relatives are more concerned than mom.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yes, 100%.
Relative or a friend's parents are much more concerned about us that
Yeah,
what we are going to do
yes,
in the future and all.
yes. It's about the thing that if you are making money, a lot of money, and if you show the parents, show the people that this is not the people, just the parents, you have to only convince the parents. Like this is what I'm doing, I'm making money, I'm doing this consistently like, each
Hmm.
month. Then most probably they will like, okay, whatever that you're doing, you want to do it, do it. You have to show them the results. That's the core part of it.
So, what motivated you to start after launching the mobile games?
After launching the mobile games, I failed miserably, as I told you, like
Yeah,
not
yeah, but
nothing. But then after that, I just wanted some money just to show my like mom to I'm making some more sort of money from this online world, and it is possible because the time that I've started, mom is like it's whatever what you're telling me. It's like and now it's like everyone is like YouTuber, creator, TikToker, and they're making money. So now everyone knows these things. When I started, no one knew about these things. So few people knew it, but not many people. So my mom, I wanted to show the mom that I'm making money. That's the thing, and that's why I started the website development, and then eventually I've learned the design during this part, and then I've learned that for the design people pay more, and
hmm.
then you do design and development, and that's how I got into the design, and now design moved me to the content part.
So, I one more thing I need to ask you. So, I was just watching Vinita's interview. Vinita the Sugar. Yeah, she used to say that all the backbenchers know how to handle the failures, but the toppers don't know how to handle the failures. What is your take on this?
I've never been a topper, so I don't know all these things. But the thing
No,
is
no.
that if you fail a lot, right?
Hmm.
If you fail a lot in life, you eventually know how to stand up and get things like do things again because you failed, right? So you know the things, you know the
Hmm.
process. It's gonna suck. You're gonna feel really like bad, and eventually you have to do it again, and maybe in a hope that it will turn out well in next year, something like that. So that's the thing. I think that's why the backbenchers or the failures, like people who fail a lot, they have this courage to do things again. So right now, if I take some sort of a risk, I eventually, even though I have zero expectations that it will turn out well or not, I'm still going to work hard. Because it's just it's a process. I've been did this for a while now, and it will work out. That's the thing.
So, how did you overcome the challenges when your Instagram account got blocked?
It was really frustrating if you like build a brand there. And that time, 5, 10,000 followers was a like really huge thing, because no one had this sort of followers. Very few people are after like 10,000 plus followers. So 10,000 followers is a good thing. Uh, and then, and that's the only way I was getting the client inbound, all inbound, nothing else. And then after like one day account got blocked, everything that happened. I think so 2 or 3 months I had zero money, but for the like maybe I was lucky. I've saved some amount of money, so for 3 months I have sustained that business. And then how I overcome it is basically just about learning like how other people do it, how other people do it without social media, the cold messaging, the emailing, and stuff like that. I've learned about the sales and marketing, like how the people send the messages, get people on the call, and how they actually close them. Because before that, I didn't know anything about it. Just people are like, I'm just posting the content, people reaching out to me. I was saying, okay, I want to work with you, and that was the approach. And then I've learned the networking and like how you have to network with the people to get the client, get the big people. Like as you said, like I've worked with the Luke Shalom, and it's and then after that, if you see the client list that I have right now with the content reach, everyone is like the Luke Shalom. Like everyone has this sort of following. So it's sort of a networking. I have built the network, and now I know these things. Even though that LinkedIn blocked me today, I still have the network. I still wanna pitch them somehow on WhatsApp, on somewhere, or maybe email, and I'm gonna create that network for myself.
So how did networking means? What is the 5 key focus of networking?
Networking focus is you see right now the time that I have started with the Luke Shalom or any creator. I have figured out the gap in the market. So I knew the design right when I started on the LinkedIn. I've understood that the copywriters, basically the big people, big creators on the LinkedIn are copywriters. Everyone is a copywriter mostly. If you see the big people have the big following, they mostly are copywriters. So if you see the account and the time LinkedIn decided to go visual, LinkedIn is shifting, like doing this process of like competing against the different platforms like the Twitter or maybe Instagram. They wanted to move towards the visuals, and that was the exact time I started out. I was seeing that everyone is creating carousels, but not that well, doing it inside the Canva. So I've decided to put some sort of an offer. Like this is
Yeah.
what I can do for you, and that was like the value added. So if you do something valuable for the people, they
Hmm.
will remember you and they will connect with you because you're putting some efforts, right?
So actually, before pitching to the clients, what things we should be keeping on ready? So basically, when I was doing outbound lead, so they told me to send the proposal. So I was totally new, so I got to know how to make a proposal. Can you just tell us the framework how to make a proposal and about the testimonials and terms conditions?
About the testimonials.
Yeah,
See,
testimonial portfolio, basically the testimonials and portfolio.
proposals, I'm not a big fan of proposals. I have a different set of rules, the way I work. I'm not a big fan of proposals. I If the offer is less than $1,000, I don't send proposals. It's just the link with the payment link, and I get full payment upfront. So that was like safety, right? If you pay
Hmm.
me full payment upfront, then I'm gonna do the work, and that was the thing. If you want to keep the proposal, then the proposal needs like 3 4 things. One is the client detail, your details, whatever the basic thing. What you're gonna do with the client, what are the goals of the client that you're gonna do, like the results things. Then your packages, 2 3 packages, what you're gonna sell, like this
Hmm.
package, X amount, X service, whatever. And at the end, there should be a terms and conditions, and terms and conditions should be, let's see, you're going to pay 50% upfront, 50% after the project has done. That was the one term. There is another term, if your design, like I can tell from my experience because I've sold the design. So if you are selling the design, then you can sell that the stock images or the paid fonts. I'm not gonna pay for that. I'm not gonna pay for the hosting and domain. You should pay for that. So you have to mention that things. Then you should mention again that there's a big thing that you should mention, that project is going to be for a 1 month period. If you delay that project for some reason because you're busy and something like that, then you have to pay more. So in the 1 month or 2 month, whatever the period it is, you have to give us the information, all the information about the project, all the changes, and then you also have to mention the how many times you're going to iterate on these things. Let's say you created some sort of a design, client don't like it. You get the feedback, you designed it again, client don't like it. So that's the second iteration, third iteration. So how many iterations that you're going to put? So all these things that you should, like, you have to put these things out. I have the proposal template. If you want it, I'll give it to you. And if you want to share that thing, everyone can
Yeah,
copy that thing. That was like the simplest thing.
that's really great of you.
Yeah.
And what about the portfolio? If we are totally new, if we are going to approach, if we have not got any clients, so if we are going to approach the first client, so how we should be designing our portfolio?
Portfolio, uh, it depends upon what you sell, to be honest. If, let's see, you're selling what, websites, right?
Hmm.
And if you are targeting, so this is the cold outreach way, and I'm going to give you the how you're going to approach if you're new. There's a two different things. This is the cold outreach way. If I want to reach out to someone and I'm designing the website, a SaaS website, so what I'll do is I'll craft a portfolio saying everything around the SaaS business, how the SaaS websites can grow, whatever. The messaging should be the SaaS business, the portfolio should be all the SaaS related, the websites, everything should look the similar, everything should appeal to the SaaS founders, and then you're gonna reach to the SaaS founders, and then you're gonna it's just the normal message. You don't have to overcomplicate it. You just have to say this is like, hi John, whatever, and you just have to put the text that I help. It's the simple structure that I used to follow. The introduction, this hey, hi John, then something personalized message. Let's see, I saw your blog, whatever that I like from that blog, something personalized just to make it personalized. After that, the next paragraph should be the introduction of you, what you do. So my name is Rohit. I built websites for the SaaS businesses. And then the social proof. Like last month, I helped XYZ clients, most of the same specific niche clients, the different SaaS founders that he might know. Let's say I have to pitch some other creator. I will say like, I help Luke Shalom, Charlotte Floyd, whatever, whatever. So these people to help them create carousels, so build the SaaS websites, and they got 100, like whatever, 30% increase in the conversion rate after that. So I would love to do the same with you. Do you have 15 minutes to talk over on call? And then just the portfolio, or maybe you can do one step further. You can do the maybe like just recording, screen recording of sharing their website and pain points like this is you should change, this is you should change. We give some sort of a free trial or something like that. So you have to be a little bit creative and see what works for you. And that was the approach of cold outreach. And then you have to do it for the mass people, and eventually few people will reach out to them, like get back to you, and then you book a call with them. If you're new, most probably you don't have any sort of an experience. That's the first thing. You don't have any sort of a status. That's the second thing. And no one knew about you, and no one cares about you, and this is the reality. And you should accept that. So the thing is that what you have to do is you have to find the people who can add to your status. So let's see, someone has a good sort of a status. You go to them and you do something free for them, and you ask them for a testimonial, or you can pitch the next offer. Let's see, I did this, I can do this for a month now, if you want to work with me. So you figure out what they actually want and do it for them before reaching out, and then just do it. Right. Once you got 2 or 3 testimonials from the client, from the big people, from the people who are respected in the specific niche, whatever the niche that you're targeting, then eventually you have this now, portfolio specifically. And then then you pitch the client, and then you, even though that you worked free for them, you did just one thing for them, but still they're giving you the feedback, or this is giving you the review, because they like the work, they like the efforts that you put in. Then now you have the things to flex on. Now you're going to say that I have worked with that guy, and you're always going to say that I have worked with it, even though that you didn't work with it. But because of that proof, you have that. Now you're going to share that screenshot and say that I have worked with this guy, and he's in from your connection if you're reaching out from the LinkedIn. And I would love to do same with you. He has this sort of results. And this is the first thing. And second thing, eventually many people have this mindset thing. Eventually, when you close the business, you have to talk some shit, and especially when you're new. So you have to fake it sometimes, and that's totally fine. When you're not expert, you have to fake the expertise. You have not done some sort of things. You have to be confident in the call, because no one wants to be working with some sort of a person who don't know anything, or he's not confident. He's just like honest person saying that I'm new, I don't know things, but give me your money. I'll maybe figure out how I can do these things. No one wants to do that. You just go on a call and say that I'm an expert. I have worked with a few clients. They got some sort of results, and I can do the same with you. And you have to be confident. So that these are the things.
Okay. One more thing I need to ask you, Rohit, is that if we are not skilled, we won't get a client. Is it true?
Just 100%. You have to be skilled.
Yeah, yeah. And I watched one of your YouTube videos. I think so. You have only uploaded one video.
Yeah, that was for my client to show him that you can create a course in 1 hour, something like that. You don't have to think like he was doing it for 4 months, something, planning, strategizing this, that. And I've just created the course, put it out, and few people replied to me that this is good, this is great, something like that. I've shared it with him just to boost him up. So that was the thing.
So, what lesson did you learn from building your first agency? And there was no social media platforms for you. You were not getting clients from social media platforms. So, what lesson did you learn?
From the first, cold
Agency.
outreach agency.
Agency. Yeah.
Yeah. If you do a lot of cold out, see, agency has a bunch of things in it, like the hiring people and managing people. So you learn bunch of things when you run the agency, because hiring people is not a it's a yeah it's a sort of a skill, because uh, if you're passionate about something, you are just want to work, and you don't want that work to be done by someone else, and you're never satisfied with his work, that sort of a thing. So there are so many things that you learn, but the main thing that I've learned, like how to hire people, how to retain those people, how to keep them intact, how to not, if you just give people money, this is the thing that you will eventually learn once you maybe hire people or something like that. I'm not sure like you have the agency or not. But the thing
No,
is
no, I don't
that,
have it.
yeah, when you give people, like, you think in the first initial days, you think that if I give more money to the people, they will work hard, but they don't do that. So you have to motivate them in some other way, and this is something that I've learned by running the agency, that people's motivation. That's why the corporate things is like they always have some sort of an thing inside there. They don't just give the raise to any employee. They have some sort of a different things going on. They give the scores to the class, scores to the team. They do a bunch of things, different things. They don't give you the raise, and that's the thing. So yeah, that thing that I learned that you have to fire people really early. If they are not like you, if they don't come in your values, then you have to fire them. Then I've learned you have to get money flowing in all the time,
Hmm.
because your team has to get paid on specific time, even though you don't have any money flowing in. So it's also important. And with the agency, I think so. Yeah, with once you start to build an agency, my agency model is a little bit different. I only I like to work in a sort of a special forces thing, like 4 or 5 people, and we're going to do the same thing. I don't like big team and 10, 20 people and working like sort of stuff. I don't like that. So
Yeah.
yeah, these are things that I've learned.
Can you just tell me what is your agency all about? And your
So yeah, I have two agencies. One agency is about helping coaches to get their clients, specifically if they're selling courses.
hmm.
Course should be around $500 plus in the price. And if they have that, then we set up the funnels for them. And it's like every social platform. We figure out which platform will work best for them, create content, do everything, setting up funnels, stuff like that. That was the one agency. Second agency is the Content Trees, which is a LinkedIn marketing agency, LinkedIn content marketing agency. So we do everything for the client. Let's see, writing the content, the ghost writing, designing the carousels, cheat sheets, video editing, so everything. So yeah, they have to pay me a weekly specific amount. This is subscription based, like a Netflix. So you have to pay the X amount of money each month, each week. We have the weekly model, so they have to pay X amount of money each week, and they get everything unlimited.
That's great. And one more thing I need to tell you, can you just give us three things that we should be doing during hiring? Because you were giving me a knowledge about hiring. So,
I think the first thing that you should do is that you should not hire person on based on the skills. This is just
Hmm.
my opinion. Many people have different approaches, but my approach is I don't. I think that you can teach people skills, but they have to be they should share the same sort of values as you.
Hmm.
So I like to work in a spirit. I like people who are flexible like me, uh, because like if you tell me something on the 11 a.m., something like that, 11 p.m., 12 p.m., whatever it is, I will be I'll manage time. Like I'll manage time for you. I'll find time for you. So I want like flexible people. I want people who work in speed. I want loyal people because loyalty is really important. If you're like getting a new offer, then you're going to jump on the next field. I have taught you everything about my agency process and everything. And if you shift from my agency to another agency, that will like cause a bunch of money for me. So I think skills are important, but they should share the same values as you. If they are like you, eventually they will stick with you forever.
Okay. So what advice, Rohit?
Yes,
Your network was down, I think so. Now it's
let me
okay.
check. Yeah.
So, what advice you want to give to entrepreneurs and freelancer who are struggling to make money, who are struggling to find a new client?
Uh, I think the people who are getting like, can you hear me?
Yeah, now I
This
can
is
hear you.
first. Okay. Yeah. So if you're struggling to make money, or I can only talk about the service-based business. So that was the one thing. So if you're in the service-based business, you're lacking getting clients or things like that, then eventually you're doing something wrong, or you're strategizing a lot of things, and you're
Hmm.
just following every other guru strategy out there. You have to be really honest with yourself that what are my advantages are. Let's see, some people like to create content and they are good with it, so you should do that. If you are good with the email marketing and cold outreaching and things like that, then you should do that. So whatever works for you best, you should do that. And eventually, this is a thing that people what they see one YouTube video, follow that, and that doesn't work out. Then they see the another video. They're like this loop of different strategies. So I will suggest someone that get proof as fast as possible. Work with the people who have the status which you don't have, and
Hmm.
once you have that, then you most probably open up the things that and definitely there are two three things that you should do. Create content. Personal branding is on the boom. You should be creating content. If you're not, it will never go waste. You should learn sales and marketing. It will never go waste. Whatever the sales marketing courses, videos, whatever you can grab, you can learn. And the third thing is you have to learn from the people who are doing those things. This
Hmm.
is like the important things. Like if you want to be an agency owner, you should learn from an agency owner. You have to see that this person is running an agency, so you have to like a little bit back research about them, what they are doing, because everyone is putting their advices out there, and they don't have a specific agency. They don't have some sort of an experience in it. They just learn from some things, and they just a bunch of fake gurus, you can say, on the internet, and just give you some sort of an advice which doesn't work for everyone. So eventually, you have to take advice from the person who is actually doing the things, what you want to do.
Okay, so I want more thing. How should we create a pitch deck?
Okay, pitch deck
Yeah,
for a presentation,
yeah,
whatever, like for what reason.
yeah. So basically, we got a client for a meeting. So I need to pitch him. So how should we create a pitch deck presentation?
I think it's not that necessary to create a pitch deck explanation of like, I'm going to do this with your business and stuff like that. What I usually do with the sales call is ask them that why they decided to get on a call with me, what are the problems they are facing, and just ask the question that to figure out what are they actually facing. At the end of the call, I say that this is what you have said. You said that your content is not working, you're not getting impressions, you're frustrated, whatever. You don't have time, this. I can solve all of these issues. I charge X amount of money. What do you think about this? And this is the exact like thing. And then after this, if they say no, if they say whatever, then there is a sales part comes in. How you sell to the people, how you handle the objections, how you keep the person on the call, how you get paid on the call itself. So these are the things that you should learn with the sales objection things, like how you handle the objections.
Okay, one more thing I need to ask you is that whenever we pitch, so there's some few clients that tell that we need to see a presentation mode. We need to see what does the organization do, what is the vision and mission of the organization. So just show us in the presentation. So we should keep presentation short or long.
If you are creating a presentation and if you have like the organization, so like it depends upon, like if a freelancer, he don't have any sort of an organization. If you have this sort of an idea or startup or organizational things, team of people and pitching some sort of an idea, then you should keep it really short. What is the problem? What are the benefits that you're getting? How you decided to get this idea, and how you're gonna like put this solution out, and how you're gonna scale it.
So, and what is your plan to teach aspiring entrepreneurs who are struggling entrepreneurs? Means service-based entrepreneurs.
Yeah, my main goal is to teach people about let's see, it's every time it's all about the hard work, right? You have to do the hard work, even if you figure out the smart ways to do things, you still work hard. I don't believe in patience. I don't think patience is a good, this is my idea again. I got banned for these things on the LinkedIn. So bunch of things that I say, many people don't like, but I don't believe in patience. My day, like the people who think about the patience, they think that everything will, like we have time, everything will happen. You know, we can work slow, work life balance, something like that. It will never happen. You have to work like it will happen tomorrow. You want something right now, you work like that, and that's that you should have, because eventually it took me 5 years to figure out the things that I have did, the running an agency, getting a clients, some sort of things, whatever that I'm doing right now. And the people I have seen, like you can do it, achieve it in, like right now you can achieve it in a 1 year or so, the exact same thing that I did for 5 years, because I was trying to figure out, I was learning bunch of things and bunch of crap out there. You have to figure out getting money. That's the most important thing. So once you have the money in the bank, eventually you figure out the things. That's the
Getting
most important thing.
basically getting money with right ethics.
Yeah.
That's correct. No.
Yeah, that's correct. That's correct.
Yeah. Okay, so you used to do a cold email. So one day, how much you used to do cold email? One cold email, 10 cold email, 20, or more than it?
Yeah, more than it. 40, 50 at least, minimum.
Okay. So one more thing I need to ask you is that we should focus on one skills, or we should focus whenever we are learning skills. So basically, I'm learning a video editing. So should I learn first video editing or graphic designing?
First, you should learn video editing. You should be really good at video editing. And then eventually you should go to the graphic, and then graphic will support your video editing as well. Like, we recently created a one theme, like the short form editing theme for a client, which is a Mario theme. And the Mario theme has the characters, right? And for that, you need a graphic design skills to go the characters, find the characters, crop those characters, and then put it inside the videos. So these things that you need. So yeah, eventually, first you need to learn the main core important skill, that is the video.
So first we should be focusing on the skills rather than cold emailing. If we are 100% correct with the skills, I think so video editing will be taking 6 months of time or 3 months.
Yes.
So after 6 months we can just pitch the cold emails. He will be fascinated with my work, and we will be getting out the works and all.
Yes, if your work is good, eventually people will. There are very few people who are really good, right? And agencies are looking for the people. Like if you're good, and if your portfolio is good, your work is good, people will find you. You will get work, most probably. You're just promoting, you're just putting things on the social media. Someone will see like, this is really cool. I like this video edit. I want to work with this girl. Or I want to work with this boy, whatever it is, and it will get easy if your work is really great.
So can you tell me the misconception about building a personal brand?
Personal brand, people think that creating content, just like getting content from the chat GPT, figuring out the topics and putting out the content, and it will like eventually blow up, people follow you and things like that. There are a bunch of things involved in it. and the content that works these days is pretty much authentic content. You have to come up with something new. You have to come up with something like challenging. Like, as I said, I don't believe in patience. Many people believe in that. So if I put this post out there, I don't believe in patience. That post perform really well. So it's sort of in things that you have to come up with the new ideas uh, that are different than the all the advices that are out there. So that's
So
sort of in person, yeah.
so basically, you also provide website agency also, website designing.
Yes, we do every sort of a designing thing, and we do website development as well.
So one more question I need to ask you: whenever you design a website, so do you attach your website to Google Analytics?
Yes, if there is a client need, then I do it. If there is no client need, if you see my websites of content is, there is no need of the first of all website for myself, for an agency, but we just did it. It's just the, it's a subscription model that we want to explore. That's why we did it. And the website is just the one pager. So it depends upon the what is the important, what is the goal of the website. My goal of the website is just people should know the packages, and they should book a call from there. That's the only goal, and they should see the all the things that are what kind of a services they get in the subscription.
So basically, Google Analytics. So basically,
Yeah, it's important. If you are a full-fledged website, if you're launching, then Google Analytics are important.
because it is important to know how our visitors are interacting with the website.
Yes.
So because the visitor doesn't is not from only from India, they are from all over the world. So we
Yes.
get to know how they are interacting with the website, what are they doing, how they are getting the conversion. So everything we get through it through Google Analytics, basically.
Yes.
Okay, one more thing is, what is your review to personal branding? Because it's in LinkedIn, it's just trending.
Yeah. So my review with the personal branding is having an opinion and saying it loud. That's my opinion about it. So if I have some sort of an things, and if I'm not saying those things, then that doesn't make any sense. That's not the personal branding for me. I'm creating content for the sake of creating content, for the sake of getting the engagement, sake of I'm not sharing some sort of an opinion, or I'm not sharing some sort of things that I genuinely believe in. So for me, the personal branding is sharing what you believe in, and people connect with it.
So how do you balance your, this is a personal question, personal and professional life as an entrepreneur?
I don't believe in work-life balance. I believe in work-life synchronization. Everyone around me, I have few friends, mom, girlfriend, so few of the people that I just daily interact with, and then most probably they know what I do, and they respect that. They respect the things that he works a lot, and he's not available every day. He might be available on Saturday, Sundays, so that they respect that, and we know the boundaries. So it's not that it's a balance in any way. It's just the synchronization. They know the things that what I want to do with the life, and they respect that things.
So basically, what are your thoughts about the freelancing, means digital marketing in the future journey?
Just give me a second. Just give me 1 second.
Yeah, sure.
Freelancing or selling this service-based industry, I think it will be booming. But with the AI, you should learn about the AI, and AI is crazy, is growing rapidly. I'm not sure, in the 5 years, next 5 years, how it will turn out. And if you have an agency and if you are working with the AI, some sort of thing, then that will be the boom for you.
So basically, you are having an employees, 4 to 5 people you are having.
More
So
than that, yeah.
yeah, so how do you skill them? How do you invest in their skills?
Yeah, whenever anyone from my team has some sort of a question that how to use this thing, what is
Hmm.
the thing, whenever I give them the explanation on the Zoom calls or on the whatever the calls, I record these things and put it inside my SOPs. So I put it inside the one agency. For agency, see, I have everything on the Notion, and I put every video there and put the title there, like this is what the problem is and how you can fix this. So everyone has the own library of videos from the So if let's say next employee comes in, next person comes in my agency and he is facing the same issue, I'm just going to put that link to him. See, watch the video. If you still didn't figure out, then call me. So it saves a bunch of time. And now I'm doing this for a while. I have a bunch of videos, bunch of things already sorted out for the team. So anyone new comes in, they have a bunch of like videos there. If they face some sort of an issue, they just search it out. My own sort of a YouTube there. So they search it out and they'll find the problem, find the things, answer to their problem. Yeah.
So, what is your long-term goals for yourself and your business?
Right now, my goal specifically is so I think that freelancing is the one stage. The first stage, freelancing and agency owners. And the next stage is becoming a like a coach at teaching people. And then there is a next step is an advisor, and then the influential person, the people who are like big brands, right? So my goal right this year is to be a coach, making at least 30K USD per month. That was the main goal for this year.
Okay, so did you did any courses regarding to your niche?
About the coaching business or about anything else?
Anything else?
About the agency, I believe in that if you are starting out, don't niche down, generalize the things, work with everyone, get the client reviews, and niche will like you will eventually figure out the niche when you're working. Because if you just, I'll give you a brief example. Let's see, I'm a website designer, right? And I know that many people tell you like niche down, this will happen, that will, and that's the perfect way. My approach is a little bit different. So let's say you're a website designer. I used to sell modeling agencies websites, right? And there is another guy who is a generalized version. And when client comes in, and if he's a modeling agency person, he'll eventually hire me because I'm a niche expert, because I know about these modeling agencies and things like that. They will not hire the generalized person. That was the perfect thing. But the thing is, I know about the modeling agencies because I have worked with them in the past. I know what they want. That's why I can like talk in their language. I know they want the place to the hide some information about the specific models. I know how they want the filtration process. So I know what they want. If you change the industry, the SaaS, they don't want the things that modeling agency websites need. They want a high conversion landing page, blogs on their websites. Now blogs, modeling agencies mostly don't need the blogs. So these are the different things, and you get this sort of an information only when you work with them. You cannot get this sort of information on the internet. You get this sort of information eventually when you work with them personally, and that's why you should generalize your approach, work with as many people as possible, as many industries as possible, get the experience, and then you'll figure out like I like this industry, I like the way this sort of a website they need, or whatever it is, whatever that you're selling, and then you choose that industry. And the advantage of this process is already have clients, right? You already know this is the client that I have. Let's see, I've worked with real estate agents, or financial advisors, creators, something like that. And you chose the financial advisor because you like the work and like the process. Then you have that one client. Then you just reach out to his friends, his connections on LinkedIn. You get second client, third client, and then you build a niche. That's the way to go. So my approach is generalize first and then niche down once you have the experience. Before that, getting an experience is kind of hard without doing actual work.
Okay, that's the last question. Who is your favorite people you follow? Means for the personal branding, for the your niche and all.
I like Jasmine Alice on the LinkedIn. He writes really. He's a copywriter. He writes really great sort of content. Structuring of the content is really great. Second person is Chris Rowe. If you're not watching his videos on YouTube, then like he's amazing guy. He teach you about the branding, marketing, and sales. So yeah, I think these two people are like my favorite.
Okay, and one more last question. Do you love reading books?
Yeah, I do read books sometimes. I have, if you want to ask me like what are the favorite books, I have like two, three. One is All Inside Your Head by the Russ. If you want to read it, it's a cool book. There is another How to Win and Influence People. and there is another book is How to Steal Like an Artist, which is also a really great book.
So it was pleasure talking to you. You enjoyed this podcast?
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah. So you was not bored, no?
No, no.
Okay. So I wish you all the best for your journey. So and you may
Thank you.
achieve all your dreams.
Thank you. Thank you.